This came out from Face Reality 16. Still definitely not proof, but it doesn't seem like she's in a facility. This source was going to send me security footage, so stay tuned. Alleged Tucson Raquel sighting. I asked if she was pregnant because from the video I saw, she's just wearing a dark hoodie when it's hot out, and my cousin said she couldn't tell because it was baggy. She didn't have the hood up, but wasn't looking like she was trying to be under the radar, but the area is just, I don't know, older people in houses. Like me and my cousin call it Mexicar or Mexamart. She said it was too warm for a hoodie. Okay.
Okay.
Hold on.
I just got a message. I thought it was going to be in regards to whoever the blonde was with Tom. And it's huge. This is so
major. Dramatic.
Yeah, it's a little dramatic.
Person says that they know Rachel's sister, that Rachel is pregnant. She is hiding out at her grandma's in Tucson. They said that her sister and brother-in-law hate Tom.
This isn't news.
Chills. Is this real? I don't even want this information.
What information?
Yeah, I'm not understanding.
Well, the information, I guess, is what she's saying is that we know, but we can't sit there and disclose it unless it's been confirmed by Raquel that Raquel is not in a mental health facility. She is, in fact, laying low somewhere with the child fucking watching Frozen and shit.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't even know what any of this is.
Yeah, I know.
It's very confusing.
I know. You're a little confused. Okay.
Wait. Okay, hold on. So what are you saying? That she's pregnant? Is that what everyone's assuming? Because
I'm saying they are assuming she's pregnant. So let's say, Jason,
was she pregnant when she was wearing a Tom sweatshirt back in BravoCon? No, just because you're wearing a hoodie doesn't mean you're pregnant.
So Jason, if she is pregnant, how do you think this impacts the show?
Yikes. I mean, listen, you have Ariana who already has said and stated she will not film with them at all. Now, I don't know. Was it an accident? Was it intentional? I don't know. Is she even pregnant? I don't know how it would impact the show because I don't know what's left for them on the show right now. Until we figure out who is going to be back, who is going to film with them, who knows?
Yeah. No, I agree. All right. Norma Maldonado. I was at Shorts and Sandy's this Saturday. Busy waiters. The waiter said that it's always busy. I think it was misrepresented on TV. It's nothing but a local bar, not like Sir.
Interesting. Well, it's in a better part of town to be a local bar. You know, you missed all the tourists and stuff like that. So, yeah.
Renee Glover, thank you so much for the super chat. Also, this was great. Brittany said she was smoking at the reunion. No way she's pregnant. I mean, she could be pregnant now.
Who knows? I think it's a lot of speculation.
It's a lot of speculation.
I think a lot of people still want to talk about Tom and Raquel and what's going on with them. That, I mean, we might be assuming too much at this point.
Well, also Jax Taylor did mention that Raquel, one of the problems that the cast members had with Raquel was that she would always rehearse her lines before going out to film anything. He always said,
I think she would speak faster if she rehearsed the lines. You know what I mean?
Well, he always felt like this kind of isn't fair, why is she rehearsing her lines? But then he felt like, okay, well, maybe she's not comfortable. But then he said that he always also felt like, in something that he wanted to bring up to producers, was it felt like Tom and Ariana didn't have to bring up their side of the story necessarily on camera. And this is kind of something that we're seeing on The Real Housewives of Atlanta with Marlo and Candy, right? Marlo's upset that Candy doesn't have to show her entire life on camera. So maybe Jax is just bitter because he's the villain, has to show it all, and these assholes don't.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I don't know either.
All right. Well, we're going to keep it moving, guys, because there's a lot more to be said. Now, Melissa Gorga is also saying that Teresa told Joe that she has cheated with multiple men, and she's sharing new details about the meeting behind her back. Plus, she is slamming Teresa's double standards. Okay. Well, when she's talking about the meeting behind her back, she's saying that Teresa was not only aware of the fact that Louis wanted to call Joe, which we knew about, but she also knew what the exact conversation was, and that she was pushing Louis not to include Melissa because Melissa being there would make Joe not listen to the actual facts. Now, the funny thing is Louis went from being welcomed into the family, hi, how are you, to all of a sudden having this arsenal of women or men who knew or cheated with Melissa to bring this to Joe's footsteps. Now, do you find that a little odd? Yeah.
Can I just say really quickly too, Louis is still new to the family, right? They just got married. He's been around only for a little bit, right? Am I wrong?
No, you're right.
Okay. To have like not only the willingness to to call her brother, which you don't know their history, you don't know everything that's gone on, to tell him that this might have happened and say it's multiple women when they've been together for what, 13, 14 years, 15, 16,
long time.
Maybe even longer. I forgot. I don't know. How many kids do Melissa and Joe have together?
Would you die? You would die if oh my God, if your brother and your sister called you to give you information on me, like how would it go?
Okay, well, let me put myself in your shoes that you would be in. I would leave. It's like, what the hell are you trying to do? Especially you and I have been together a decade. What I'm saying is Melissa and Joe have a family together. They have kids who have and had relationships with Teresa's kids. This is such a huge allegation for something that didn't turn out to be true.
Right. Well, and also like you're not only, what kind of takes away from it is like, do you remember when we were trying to take down that one manager at Barney's and we had to do a whole HR meeting and it was like something to do with, the guy was like ridiculous, guys. He was like every single thing that could be wrong with a person. And since you had, what is it called when you're we were a part of a union. So you have to have a meeting with the union. So we had to have this whole team meeting with the union without the guy present. And then we had one silly woman who was in the meeting and she's like, and by the way, one day I walked in and I had these polka dotted shoes and he looked at the polka dotted shoes and he didn't like those either. And the union president was like, okay, who gives a shit? And I'm thinking, girl, shut up. Like you were ruining our entire argument, which is almost what it feels like Louis was doing when he was talking to Joe about Melissa, because you're not only coming to the table with this one alleged makeout session, but now you're coming and saying, oh, Joe, I've heard of multiple men. Well, where the fuck did you come from? You just got.
I think that's kind of my point. You've seen kind of Louis come in and almost be like kind of a takeover guy. Like I'm taking over this, and just watching him on those last episodes of the season makes me really cringe. Hearing Dana Wilkie's podcast about former employers that used to work with him